Hi everybody, it's Shanna with Shanna Sweets. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. Hey, I wanted to bring to you a video showing you an answer to a question that I had in my class last month. We were making a card using this stamp set, Abstract Impressions, and one of the gals in my class has the framelit dies that is the complementary set to this. This dies comes with a big rose and a butterfly, and we were using the butterfly in the class, but she had asked me about this set. She was having difficulties cutting this out, and I asked her if she happened to own the precision base plate, and she was like, what is that? So when you get your Big Shot, she happened to have an older model of the Big Shot. The older model comes with this already attached, and I do happen to have one, but I have it stored away because I never use it, because I have a newer Big Shot, and so when I got my Stampin' Up! Big Shot, mine came with the separated. So if yours happens to be together, you know, you have to pull this one back to use it in embossing folders and stuff. So normally when you cut, you have these two together, a cutting plate, the die, and another cutting plate. So she wasn't getting a very clean cut even when she went back and forward. So sometimes if you go back and forward like 4 or 5 times, you can get it cut out, but it's very difficult. So Sizzix and Stampin' Up! Together, of course, have this precision base plate. I happen to have one. Mine is just, I got before I was with Stampin' Up!, so mine's from Sizzix. But Stampin' Up! Does sell one in the catalog. And it is metal on one side. This side is still metal, but it's not as metally, I guess. I don't know how else to describe it on this side. As you can tell, I wrote "do not cut" as a stupid reminder. You'd think I could tell that because this has got words, but you can tell that I accidentally cut on this side. It will not cut as well if you cut on this side, and it's not good for the plate. So you always want the metal side up when you're cutting. This is not magnetic. This will not, your stuff will not stick to it. See? Falls off. Your magnetic base plate is this one. See? Oh, excuse me, I'm turning it upside down. So this will stick to this. You can cut this like this. This does make a tighter wedge through your Big Shot. They don't recommend doing this because it does apply more pressure in your Big Shot and can over time wear your Big Shot out. So they do recommend that you use it with that. I know people do this all the time, but that is not what's recommended by Sizzix or Stampin' Up! Now, the other thing here is this is meant for intricate dies. It is not meant for your big open dies, like your circles, your frames, these sort of things. This will bend and warp these dies if you use it in this over a period of time. I mean, once or twice is no big deal, but you know, if you're doing it repeatedly, you're going to see those dies warp. It also will warp these plates quicker. So if you're using it a lot, you're going to see these plates get bent and warped more. I mean, I just make sure that I'm bending, you know, flipping my plates more often. And, you know, then of course, I always have one that I'm using on top. It does make an impression in your plates. And as this one, you know, as my cutting plate, this is my cutting plate, which this one's about to get trashed. Actually, my husband uses them. So this is the one I use. I always use the same one for the top. And as it gets this stuff impressed, and then this one is going to go to the trash soon, this becomes my bottom plate. Because see, you can see it's gotten the top impressed into. So this now becomes my bottom plate. This one's going to go in the trash. This one becomes my bottom. Then I get a new top one. And that's how I do it. So, I want to show you, I'm going to show you how to make this card right here. Now, I'm going to use some shimmer paper. I'm also, because this is so delicate, I don't want to have to put glue on all those little spots. We do have the fine tip glue pen, and you can do that, but I'm not in the mood. Don't want to spend all that time. So I have some Sizzix adhesive paper, and I'm just going to put that on. Of course, our shimmer paper is shimmery on both sides. So I'm just going to put that on my back of my paper. So my adhesive paper is going to go on the bottom. My die is going to go on the top. I'm on my, make sure I'm all the way on my board. Of course, I always try to skew my stuff. Don't want to speed bump. My base plate on top. I mean my cutting plate on top. My base plate is on the bottom. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just like wiggled you. And then I'm going to go through my big shot, forward, and then back. Sticks to the plate a lot of times, but before I take it off the plate, I look to make sure everything cut. If everything cut okay, then I don't have to run it again. On occasion, I might need to run it twice just to make sure. But I can pull my paper off. Came off okay. And I have the little brush here. If it doesn't just automatically come out of the die, which sometimes I don't want it to, I just go ahead and run my brush while it's in the die. I run my brush over it and get out as many of the little paperies as I can. Then I can pull my die out and see if there's any more. I don't want to pull my adhesive strip off yet because I'm going to watercolor it. So I have a pokey tool here. Now, if I didn't have the adhesive back there, it would have been out. Just look, I mean, all of it would have been out, but I do have the adhesive, so it's a little more. I'm going to move my big shot out of the way. All my extras. Move my nice card before I get it wet. Now, I've got 4 different colors here. 2 of the new colors: Pineapple Punch, Mango Melody, Flirty Flamingo, and Calypso Coral, which I love the new colors. If you haven't got the new in colors yet, oh my gosh, you need them. They are so bright and colorful, and I just absolutely love the new in colors this time around. They're my favorites because I love bright colors. So I'm going to start. You do have to, if you're going to watercolor, you have to press a little harder in the center than the old style. So I'm going to, of course, you want less water with your aqua pen for a stronger concentration. More water will give you a lighter concentration, but I want the stronger here at the bottom. So I'm going to put the stronger color, and then I can add more water to get a lighter concentration towards the top of my, give it more of an ombre look. We're going to do Mango in the middle. And then I'm going to do Calypso Coral Next, this is almost a little bit bright to begin with, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of water because it's a little bit darker color to begin with, but it was the color that I wanted for that transition. A little bit too much water there, so I want a little darker at the bottom. Just a smidget darker right there, okay? And then, of course, we have to have some pink, right? I'm going to use pink ribbon, so just squish a little bit harder there in the middle. Almost want it to be white there at the top. Like just a little bit darker pink. Really want it to pop pink there if I can. So, okay, so again, those are the colors that I'm using. I'm going to try to wipe off my aqua pen here so I don't have residue next time I'm coloring. I'm just using some graph paper here. I'm going to give it a smidget with my heat gun. Now, take this off here so I don't have that wet paper. Okay. I'm going to take, I have a piece of just 4 by 5 1/4 shimmer paper because I love the shimmer. Our shimmer paper and our watercolor paper are probably the two best for doing watercoloring. They can hold the water best. I'm going to just peel off that adhesive strip. See how great that came off? And then I'm going to lay down. I got a sticker up here. There we go. I'm just going to lay down my strip. Make sure it's all nice and stuck. And then see there how that having that adhesive, I don't have to worry about glue coming out. I don't have to worry about not one place is stuck and not stuck. It's all one big sticker. That is just absolutely great. And oh, I'm going to use this ribbon. This is a double stitched powder pink, but it goes perfect with my, even though that was Flirty Flamingo because I ombreed it out, it's just perfect. So I'm going to take some tape and wrap my ribbon around the back side and secure it down there. Got my little snips here. Gonna trim me off a piece. Try to get a hold of it right. Another piece of tape. And just secure that down on that side. Now I can take my snail adhesive and make sure I got some pineapple punch paper because I told you I love this color. Ink, paper, any of it. Got me a bone folder just to make sure I have a nice crisp edge. And I'm going to stick that down right on top. Of course, my base is always 5 1/2. Well, not always, but a lot of times. I am going to stick me a little glue dot underneath that ribbon just to make sure that it stays nice in the spot, because I'm going to stick to dimensionals here. Make sure it's straight first. And I don't want it going wonky. Now, I'm going to put thank you. I'm using a label from the Petal Palette Framelits, Petals and More Thinlit Dies. And let's see, I think I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo this time. It's the third time I'm making this video, so having a little bit of difficulties today, but hey, third time's the charm, right? I can't not have enough. All right, well, there's a little bit of mango in there because I didn't clean my stamp. So hey, it's ombre thank you. That works. So we're going to put some dimensionals on here. And that is going to go right there on top of that ribbon. And then we're going to bling it up, because you just can't have enough bling. I got these little pearls, and we're going to stick them in the centers of all my flowers. Finally made it through that one. So this is a brand new package of pearls. So you can see our pearls come in 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large. I got a couple loose ones here. Well, I was going to salvage them, but they... So I guess actually it works out, because I probably want to use the smaller ones there, and then I can use the bigger ones in these bigger openings. So that actually works out a little bit better that I opened up a new pack. Because then I can use the bigger ones on these bigger flowers. So there we go. So there's that one, there's this one, and there's this one, because like I said, I've made this card 3 times now. There we go. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me, watching this video. I am doing a monthly blog giveaway now on my blog, so the blog channel will be here on the bottom of this. Come make a comment, and you can be entered for my blog giveaway. And please like and subscribe so you can see the rest of my videos. I appreciate it very much. Feel free to shop at the store 24/7. Thank you. Bye.